Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, September 28, 2022. Information coming in now can put you ahead along business or economic lines. The moon is balsamic today, however, and this phase of the moon turns us inward for valuable lessons. Since it precedes tomorrow's new moon in your sign, it's a crucial time for you to review, reflect, and tap into your intuition. It's a time of letting go or unwinding rather than winding up, innovating, or beginning new endeavors that are unlikely to get off the ground. Your attitude going into the cycle that begins tomorrow can help shape the year ahead, so do what you can to get into a proper headspace. In a few days, you'll grow clearer and surer of where you're heading, so take your time and take it easy today. Communications can help you sort things out, or organizing your thoughts seems particularly worthwhile today. Today is the perfect day to reflect on your commitments and obligations at your job. While there are not any major transits or aspects today, this allows the lunar energy to shine. The moon is in Libra, which instills balance in your subconscious. As you consider all potential and ongoing commitments in your profession, you can do so with a peace of mind. The lunar energy is allowing you to gather your thoughts to consider all options without feeling pressured to commit. Today's astrology is perfect for professional consideration. As has been the case every day of her 4-week visit, Venus' last full day in your income sector is all about the what rather than the when, where, and how. Venus has the luxury of knowing there are planets on the way that can turn her desires and expectations into reality, with the planet of money working to leave you with a sense of what's possible, even if for now it feels more like blind faith. With today's planetary energies, you are feeling at the center of a lot of attention, and this adds a sense of an emotional burden. Stay tuned to your emotions even when you don't feel so great. It only makes it worse if you try to escape negative feelings. Exercise is a great way to keep the heaviness at bay, and certain kinds of exercise help more than others when times are tough. Follow your intuition, but weightlifting, stretching, and quick sprints are recommended. The moon might return to Scorpio every 4 weeks, but its return today not only begins the lead up to a new moon that will give this new solar year the green light, but to find Venus here for the first time in nearly 2 years. As the moon and Venus align, this will give you a better read on the warrior planet's influence and of where this is drawing your warrior and competitive spirit. As Venus spends her last full day in your income sector, this can even help to turn her desires and expectations into resolutions. The moon's return to Scorpio today comes just as there is some tension building between the sun here and planets in your relationship sector. This will come to a head over the coming days, and the moon might exacerbate this, but with Mercury, the planet of communication, just 2 days away from Scorpio, the scene is being set for a breakthrough. You're putting in the work, but you're doing it for yourself. For instance, the moon is sitting in close proximity to Mercury in your traditional ruler, Venus, via your secretive 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes, and you're taking some well-deserved time to recharge your batteries. Whether you're single or already romantically attached, Venus' journey through your stability-seeking second house of comfort, money, and value systems reminds you that you are an endless fountain of love. You also know your worth, and you're not about to settle for anything less than that. Waiting for the right time can be good advice, but not with regard to developing healthy habits to live by. You need to eat 3 meals a day with healthy snacks in between, fresh fruit, for example. You need to sleep like a baby, and there are ways to create more successful sleeping habits if you need help. You need to drink enough water to keep your immune system strong and your elimination process in tune. These are things that do not benefit from waiting. Our eyes in the sky. O'Day brings the moon in Libra, creating a grand air trine with Venus and Saturn. This is a beautiful energy to lift your spirits. You might be able to step back from your problems and see them from a more analytical perspective. There's a strong feeling of harmony, with the sun and moon in Libra bringing many gifts of happiness and community. You might even be able to express some of the things you've been holding back over the last few days. As Venus in Gemini gently connects with Saturn in Aquarius, there is a refreshing ease of mind. You're able to work around your problems and see the more evolved side of the lesson. Remember that there is some kind of duality in everything. Whether you're taking the good with the bad or understanding the lessons of the shadow side, you have much to appreciate right now. You might even strengthen your connection to a wider group of like-minded individuals who also see the world from a more spiritual perspective, so be open to the people you meet online or off. Secret admirers can come out of the woodworks with little or no warning during transits like these. This week brings you a sigh of relief. You'll find out that change is possible. If you've been lax about stabilizing your career and looking toward advancement, it's time to make a shift. If your career doesn't want to cooperate, you need to map out the steps for change. Money follows when you get in touch with your emotions. Whatever makes you happy will give meaning to your working life. Before noon, retrograde Mercury aligns with Venus in Virgo, helping us to communicate our feelings and desires. However, because Mercury is retrograde, we may also be re-evaluating our affections and determining where others fit into our lives. Planets in Virgo crave structure, and under this influence, we may assess whether romance has become ritualistic instead of helping us to grow. Fortunately, we can discuss sensitive issues with our partners now without hurting their feelings, but we may still come off as more critical than we intend. Maintaining a little bit of self-awareness should help to mitigate this problem. If someone does permit us to assist them, we will make sure they don't forget it. Reminders of how giving and generous we are subtly imply that we are owed a debt of gratitude, which inevitably breeds resentment, making the other party wish they hadn't asked in the first place. We should monitor our actions closely today. Self-reflection is the only way to determine whether we are out of line or overstepping another's boundaries. Before noon, retrograde Mercury aligns with Venus in Virgo, helping us to communicate our feelings and desires. However, because Mercury is retrograde, we may also be re-evaluating our affections and determining where others fit into our lives. Planets in Virgo crave structure, and under this influence, we may assess whether romance has become ritualistic instead of helping us to grow. Fortunately, we can discuss sensitive issues with our partners now without hurting their feelings, but we may still come off as more critical than we intend. Maintaining a little bit of self-awareness should help to mitigate this problem.